Hello, my name is Alicia Shapiro with AInews.com, and welcome to another episode of our Driving Tomorrow Conversations with Industry Leaders, where we explore the latest developments and newest innovations in the world of artificial intelligence. Today, I'm excited to be speaking with Kal Merhi, founder and CEO of iROOMit, a next gen roommate and rental platform that's transforming how people find safe, compatible living situations through the power of AI. But iRoomit isn't just another real estate listing app. It's a full service AI powered experience that tackles the housing challenge with smarter tools, verified listings, real time communication, and built in scam detection. Inspired by Cal's own experience navigating unstable housing, iRoomit was designed to make the search for roommates and rentals faster, safer, and more human. In today's interview, we'll explore how AI is shaping the co living experience, from personalized roommate matching to fraud prevention, and why trust, tech, and community are at the heart of iRoomit's mission. So, thank you for joining us today, Cal.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, absolutely. It's great to have you here. So, let's start with your story. You mentioned that your experience moving between homes inspired iRoomit. How did those
Yeah,
early challenges shape your vision for the platform?
yeah. Where I grew up before I immigrated to Canada, so I grew up in Lebanon. I grew up in the war, so I was young and lived through decades of it. So
Yeah.
lost our first home, and then after that we became, I call it homeless, because you find a home, but it's not yours. There's somebody else. Somebody banished from it. It's empty. It's damaged. So you make it a home. So
Hmm.
you keep moving and moving on from one year to the other. I had that emotional attachment that everybody deserves a home. Doesn't matter. It could be a 200 square foot space with the bed. They feel they belong in there. They
Hmm.
deserve that.
Yes.
So it's always subconsciously, always in back of my mind. So I started businesses, some failed, but eventually that's my destiny wasn't with the businesses I created and I sold and I made it successful. Some
Mhm.
have failed, some became very prosperous. But my mission, what I find it's me, is dealing with the homing and room domain. That made me feel complete. Feel okay, that's where I am. So I woke up in the morning, I don't feel like I'm working.
Yeah.
Late night, I don't feel like it's, and I told anybody around me, don't mind me, it's my passion.
Yes. I was just going
Yeah.
to say, it sounds like a very passion, personal project for you that in a way that gives back to others. That's,
Exactly, exactly. Yeah. It has a sensitive, a soft heart for me.
yeah.
Soft heart. So what everybody deserves a place called home. Everybody.
Yep.
Yes.
I agree with
Yeah.
that.
And that's my mission.
I love that. That's so great. And like I said in the introduction, iRoomit is more than just a listing site. What inspired you to bring artificial intelligence into the rental and roommate space?
So the idea was in my mind for several years.
Mm,
We started something different where actually originally I started a real estate app where people could sell their home on their own. But then a year into it, year and a half into it, it didn't set well.
mm,
So I told my CTO that, you know what, overnight, I said, it's not working. We're gonna make a pivot.
yeah.
That's what I want. So we start. Then I start looking in the market to see what's the most complaint you hear in digital world. One is unverified listings. Two is there's a lot of scams. There's a lot of scams. So anybody, right?
Hmm.
Excuse my language, a dog could be behind the computer and create a listing, and
Yeah.
you don't even know who did it,
Right.
right? I said one of the things when we create it, so we have to integrate that where people have to feel safe and belong. So this way they don't have to worry that my money is gonna go somewhere else where I'm not getting what I wanted as a home. So we said, okay, how can we create? Said let's integrate AI into the system, into the whole technology. So where the algorithm could help you find a comparable roommates. First, we did it very high. Then we find it's impossible to match people that high. We did it at first on 95%. It's impossible to find two people could meet on 95%.
Yeah.
Comparability. Married people are not comparable 95%. Our roommate. So something like probably different life, but not this life. We said, okay, let's reduce it to 65%. So the mean is something people are able to live with others can't. Like an example, if somebody smokes, but they have other good habits, right? So they could live with it. Or they could say, I'm a smoker, they're a smoker. If somebody's vegetarian, somebody else is not. So to be able to give them that compatibility so they don't have that tension in their living space, because we try to create lovable and peaceful living space for everybody. So the last thing you want to have that tension between two people, three or four even, right? So we create that comparability AI where it matches the roommates or the co-living, depends how many people, and gives them the option if they want to accept moving forward or not.
I love that. So, what kind of data or behavior does the AI use to match up users and maybe flag scams to create a better experience?
So with the comparability, it pretty much you could list your favorites
Okay.
and you'll find your favorite. This is what we find. They don't have 10 out of 10, but there's 7 out of 10.
Mm.
So you move forward or not.
Mhm.
Scams, we decide something, how do you call it? It's a secret weapon. So I don't want competitor to know about it, but I'll talk briefly about it.
Okay.
Where we could, because they go through 3 systems in ours. So they create an account. When they create it, they finish. So if they don't have a photo, it comes to review. So doesn't get published
Okay.
straight away to review. So it goes to our review dashboard. So then we look at it, we prove it, but still on hold till they add the photos. If they don't have a photo within 72 hours, we'll email them digitally. They're saying that you have no photos, upload the photos, and follow the guideline of the photos. That's the way it is. So if they don't, then I say within a week, if they don't upload the profile, it will be deleted
That's
because there's no photos, there's no listings. Second one is untasteful photos. The AI detects it, send it to review. So the mean is if somebody's showing their upper body, right? Yes, that's you're proud of yourself, but we don't want that because people looking for roommates, we don't want to create that environment. And
Yeah.
some people put really bad, tasteless photos, send it to review right away because AI detects it, sends it to review. If
Nice.
somebody puts a foul language, detects it, send it to review. If somebody puts a phone number, emails, or this direct connection, takes it to review as well because we're trying to create, as we said, a safe environment. We don't want anybody to contact outside of our app. So if detected, sends it, it gets removed. If they do it again, we ban them. I mean, there's something, it's not what we are looking for in our technology. And then for the scams, scams usually happen not from the roommate side, it happens from the what I'm not gonna call landlords, it's just from the people who have a place to rent. Right away, if that, let's say it's supposed to be there is a home in Zillow for sale or rent. Somebody copies the photos, photocopy the photos, and use it as a scam. Our AI detects it, knows it's from Zillow right away.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we check it right away. We know it's from Zillow, from Redfin, from Zimper, from any other platform. Then out,
That
gone.
is so great because I've heard so many people of getting duped because these people go into Zillow or whatever and they say, "Oh, here's my house to rent." And they think they're renting from a reputable person and it's totally not. Yeah, that is
Yes.
great.
Yeah, and then on top of that, we have what we call is we have a monitor, and that's one thing is we set it up. It's we monitor the API address,
Oh.
and then the API will tell us if they use them VPN. The
Mhm.
moment you use VPN, we track it where they come from, and we know they're not from North America, Canada, or whatever country we're
Mhm.
serving. Because right now we're USA, Canada, and United Kingdom, so
Okay.
we know they're not coming from there. So then we track them back with the from. And then we look at the listing, we find out right away, all comes to review, then we delete it and they can't use the platform again, but they try again. That's normal, right? So they try. They're just like us and everything, right? We're
Yeah.
always thinking of ahead. They're trying to beat our future brain, I would call it. So
Yeah.
we're always going to be one step ahead of them. The second one where we use is nothing 100%, but I say we're accurate about close to 95%.
Wow.
Control it. But we always say there is how they call it. the direct email button. If you find something, it is suspicion, please copy the link, send it to us. We look into it right away if something you find fishy. And two is when people create a profile, they cannot connect somebody to somebody else without upgrading. Because the idea we did it is, this is funny. When the idea of mine came into it, how can I create it where people could use it without using real estate agents, spending all this $50 fee to apply for an apartment or a home, whatever it is. I looked at Airbnb, how they do it, and I looked at Tinder, how they do it. So I took both ideas, how they do it, the communication, how they set it up, everything. So pretty much as if Airbnb and Tinder got married and had iROOMit as a baby.
I
So
love that.
I merged both of them. So the roommate cannot communicate with the placeholder and vice versa, only if they upgrade. So they have to use payment. So the beauty about it is, whereas there's a lot of people when they use credit card, they don't know this. The moment you use your credit card, most of the time your information is stored. We know who you are.
Oh, yeah.
So if I'm using my Visa, Visa knows who I am. If there's a fraudulent, the bank's gonna contact the Google or Apple or Stripe, and they're gonna say, hey, there's a fraudulent. So we know right away. So it's almost like another layer of protection. And another one is when a landlord lists their home for rental, could be a room or a place or an apartment, we recommend for them to ID verify themselves. So we have a partnership with Stripe. So it's one of the best scripted ID verification in the planet. So when they go through the process, we know who they are as well. So it can't be a fraudulent. Even to add another layer, we told the roommate, if you're gonna pay your first and last month or secure deposit, use us and use Stripe. So your money are safe with us.
That's awesome.
So the only time we release the money, when you send us an email or a text to our app to say, I'm in, confirmed, I'm happy, everything as assigned, then 24 hours we release the money to the landlord. So both are good.
Yeah.
And to make it easier for the landlord as well, where if they require background check or credit report, we offer that as well. So they don't have to go to third party. So everything I'm talking, it's within the app. Like you don't have to, you're not leaving, just stay in the same chair within the same app. You're communicating, you're sharing a video, live video if you want to have a video conference or you want to show your place, all the stuff, everything within the app. So you're not leaving. You could sign your roommate agreements, credit report, background check, ID verification within the app. So you haven't left the app. The only time you leave your app if you're gonna go get your keys to move in. That's it.
Yeah. I love how you've thought of everything, and safety is clearly a top priority for you. So that's so great. I'm sure it makes everybody feel more comfortable too.
Yeah. So right now we're throwing the word as we knew because we launched in 2022 as a soft launch. We tested for about a year to see where we are. So it took about a year to set it right, changing the model, changing the design, all this stuff. But in March 2023, that's when we officially launched. So we've been 2 years and we're working really hard to get our name out there that we are the roommate and room rental hub.
I love that.
Yeah. So wherever anybody thinks about getting a roommate or renting a room, think of roommate. Same thing when people think about home vacations, think of Airbnb. That's our mission.
I love that. And you mentioned you're based in Canada, but you're serving a global need. How have users responded so far? Are there any stories or trends that stand out to you?
There's always feedback, right? There's feedback. I always call it there's 7 billion people living in this planet. There's 7 billion opinion.
Yes.
So we're trying to narrow down the request. You can't please everybody, but you can make everybody upset because in the end, we're serving the public. So we're solving a major issue. There is a major pain in the rental domain because of the rental spike, the rental difficulties. So we are solving an issue, but at the same time, understanding that we're dealing with the public where they have their own view and they want to speak it and they have a right to speak it. So we take their feedback and we try to almost taking everybody and making a portrait from it and say, okay, what can we do with this? How can we merge it into a great community? So that's a going basis every day, every hour, every week. So we're always dealing with it as we go. It's never going to stop because the moment stop, business stops.
It's true. And where do you see iRoomit heading in the next couple of years? Are there any exciting features or
Yes.
expansions you can tell us about?
Yes. So our goal is, because we're still a bootstrapped, everything is came from my money.
Yeah.
I didn't have any investors. And of course, investors are welcome, but not just I need their money. I want to see what they bring into the table as well.
Yeah.
It's not just about the money, because money is important, of course, to grow it, but when they bring to the table, their attitude fits the culture of the place or not. So that's very important. Globally, I have a plan, 5 years. That was last year. So I have 5 more years.
Okay.
Is to be globally everywhere in the world, to become the Airbnb for roommates and co-living.
I love
That's
that.
the goal moving forward the next 4 years. So that's what we're doing. The word features, yes, there's a lot we added on. We have it in our schedule as the team grows, more software engineers to be able to produce branding and marketing. It's important. I'm not favorite of spend ads. I prefer organic more than spend ad, because it's almost organic. It's almost you're dealing with somebody you don't know without even talking to them organically, because they like what you do and you're giving them the service they deserve. The paid ad, of course, you like it, but it's almost you're paying them to come. I prefer organic myself.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
They're definitely going to be more loyal to you because they found you through a need that they had.
Yes.
Yeah.
So globally, and then there is a lot of features where it's going to help roommates and co-living save their time as they're going after their future. So
Yes.
we can help them, like at the example, share expenses, where right now we're working on something where if somebody lives in Ottawa, Canada, or Toronto, or you live in San Francisco or Los Angeles, and you have a place you want to show it, or anywhere, when you open your camera, it gives you instead of going to a third party, where it gives you the full digital calculation on the place, the size of the room, the position of the room, the size of the window, where you look, how it is. So people, before even moving in, they have a full idea of the size, the place, where it looks, where it's positioning. If the window faces the sun, if it doesn't face the sun, the sunset, sunrise. So people like to know all this. So
Yeah.
we created that system with digitally and through AI to be able to do it. That's going to take a little time, but eventually it will be in place. And same thing with the shared app. Shared app, what I mean is when people want to pay expenses. So you could transfer money, share what the cost of every roommate or co-living is within the app, and then just with a click of a button, you can pay your share and it's done.
I love that. That's
Yeah.
perfect.
That's everything is with one place pretty much.
Yeah. And for anyone who might be watching this and is struggling to find a safe and affordable housing place, what would you like them to know about iRoomit?
We have, as we're growing, we have over right now 75,000 available space. Could be a room or could be shared room or co-living. And don't hesitate, create an account. You could try it for 1 week. For roommates, for only $7.99 a week. So you could try it. And for landlords, it's $12.99 a week. Then, of course, monthly is more, and then 60 days. I'm just saying, try it for 1 week to see if something that will work for you, that something will serve you. But we're confident it will serve you. We partner up with other platforms, so this way we can add more rooms and more places for people to find as well.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's great advice. It's like AI in general. If people can just get their hands on it and try it, they'll see how great it is and how powerful it is and how well it works for them.
Yeah, like because what you do is the beauty about it is when you're using the app or the website, within the platform, you could message and communicate and ask the person to video call. So this way you know who the person is if you agree with.
I love that.
So literally, I did a test. That's something I tested. Somebody I know lived in Toronto, and it was about 5 hours drive. So I told him, that's as if we agreed on everything. So I create an account, he created a listing. So I looked at it, I upgraded, and then he upgraded. So we communicate. He responded, yes, it is available. He showed me a video tour of the place. I like it. I said, okay. It took from the moment I create an account to the end of where I signed the roommate agreement and I paid through Stripe and with the Stripe hold the money. It took exactly 15 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
As long as both agree.
Yes. Yeah.
If there's no procrastination, oh, tomorrow, talk about, I'm interested, let's do it, let's move it. I want to move in next week. Done. 15 minutes was done.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
so awesome. And I wonder if the cities like San Francisco and Los Angeles, and I'm sure Toronto has homeless issues as well, but
Of
I
course.
wonder if these bigger cities could use your platform to help with the affordable housing situation that they are in, because I
Oh,
know,
absolutely. Yeah.
yeah,
It's funny, we reach out to them and we're not monsters. We're trying to
yeah,
help. We're not
right.
monsters. I know we're not. So use our platform. It's
Yeah.
there, right? If you want to do as a partnership, we have a partnership link. We could create something. So that's what people do. Do you want to do it manually? That's fine. If you want to do it through API, you could do it through API. That's fine. So we're
Mhm.
not we're trying to help. All of a sudden, we even in Canada, like we call, we talk. It's just some people just subconsciously are not. I think it's just how can I put it? Almost I hate to say that word, lazy to do it. So scared and lazy is just we're not monsters. So we're here.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a win-win situation, both for the people who are renting a room or a house and for the people who need the room and the house. So yeah, it's definitely a win-win. And the safety features that you build in is got to give people peace of mind that they can trust the platform and trust that they're moving in with a nice person and not some scammer or
Yeah, exactly. And the beauty about it is you don't have to, because a lot of platforms, when you sign with them and somebody move in, you end up paying a big portion of your rent every month to them.
yeah.
So we made it much easier. You have two options. You can pay your upgrade one-time fee or recurring till the place is rented. Then
Mhm.
you don't pay anymore. So to the next person, if the person wants to move out, then relist your place and then just pay another upgrade.
Mhm.
But I'm not taking chunk from your monthly rent.
Yeah.
So that's another thing where we find it's very servable to the marketplace.
Thank you so much, Cal, for sharing your journey and the innovative ways that iRoomit is using AI to bring safety and personalization to the housing market. It's so needed and it's a great project that you're doing. So it's just been a truly inspiring conversation about how technology can create more secure and inclusive living experiences for everyone. So I really appreciate your conversation today. Thanks for
Thank you so
joining us.
much for your time, and I was very, very thrilled to be here as well.
Oh, good. And if anybody would like to learn more about iRoomit, visit their website, iRoomit.com.
Or
Keeping you
download the
connected.
app.
Yeah,
That's it.
download the app
Oh,
today.
start playing around. Pretend it's a game and just download and start playing around.
Yeah, exactly. Keeping you connected to tomorrow. Today, this is Alicia with AInews.com.